Hello and welcome to the CM12 Aries Cup Pocket Guide. This short guide will give you everything you need to know in order to be successful in CM12. So firstly, CM12 will be the Satsuki-sho, which means that all of the greens that you see here are going to be applicable. The first thing that we need to talk about when we're talking about CM12 is that Christmas Oguri Cap is going to dominate. This is because 777s and Uma squared both will give Festive Miracle the perfect proc on the acceleration zone. When you're building Christmas Oguri Cap, you need to get 4 recoveries. 3 is the minimum in order to proc her unique, but with 4 recoveries she will have a backup just in case she whiffs a skill. For the first 2 recoveries, you will take Hydrate, which is in her base kit, and then her second recovery ideally is going to be Corner Recovery, but you can also get Soft Step. If you have to, you can also get Preferred Position or Stamina to spare for that second recovery. Then you will need to get both of these trigger recoveries. 777s is in her base kit, and Uma squared you can get from using Agnes Tachyon as a parent. Do not get Radiant Star or Glittering Star, as these recoveries has a chance to proc her unique early, which means that she loses most of the advantage that she has in getting that acceleration and velocity carryover in the CM. Oguri aside, fronts are going to be very strong here because angling and scheming will have a perfect proc. Fronts are going to use mid-race skills in order to build a significant enough lead over Umas like Christmas Oguri in order to win the game. Fronts do need that groundwork and taking the lead combo. Early lead is fine on Valentine Bourbon. And then you really want to stack a lot of mid-race skills. Killer Tunes from the El Condor Pasa power card is a very strong skill to get. Additionally, you could get any skills that have corners or straights. You could also get skills like Slipstream, Playtime's Over, Ramp Up, Leader's Pride, etc. These skills are going to help distance your fronts from pace chasers, which can help them to get a win. If you're running a pace chaser who is not Christmas Oguri Cap, you will need to gamble on your acceleration. This is because we don't have reliable accelerations for pace chasers, meaning that they need to take skills such as Neck and Neck from the Daiwa Scarlet power card that released very recently. They also can rely on Radiant Star, which is that Track Blazer skill, or No Stopping Me from the Yukino Bijin Wit card. Now, if you are running No Stopping Me, you do want to run your pace chaser with fronts so that they can proc No Stopping Me off of your fronts. A lot of pace chasers are able to do a final corner velocity bomb, which means that they're able to combine Speed Star with powerful uniques activations as well as skills like Professor of Curvature in order to increase their top speed drastically on the final spurt. This is the main way that a non-Christmas Oguri pace chaser is able to win. Lates are in a bit of an interesting situation here because the 4 lates listed here, Agnes Tachyon, Grass Wonder, Symboli Rudolph, and Valentine Asian Flash all have the Dominator debuff skill. This is a powerful velocity debuff that will slow down opponent Umas in the final leg. You can run Dominators as pure debuffers or hybrid builds, in which case you would just run a normal ace build and then just take Dominator on any of these 4 Umas. You can also run a pure ace build on a late Surger because Moving Past Beyond and Let's Pump Some Iron both work as acceleration skills on this track. You can combine them as well as No Stopping Me, Radiant Star, or On Your Left in order to get a powerful acceleration package that can catapult you into first place. End closers have to keep in mind that straightaway spurt does not work, and their main goal is going to be to push to 6th place before late race in order to proc those same acceleration skills. End closers also get access to From the Brink, which is a new gold skill on the Ballroom Serious Symboli Wit card. This gives you a 0.4 acceleration at 5th place or below, but it is random in the late race, so you do have to gamble on hitting it early. So I have listed out the stamina requirements here. Of course you would want max speed. 800 stamina is a little bit generous. I have about 750 plus a green on my current front runner. However, I also have about 600 guts, so it's always a balancing act. You do need to be careful because even though I don't believe that stamina debuffs such as Nice Nature will be effective, I still think that a lot of people will be running it, which means that you want to kind of overstam a little bit just to prepare for lobbies that will include those Umas. So I do believe that medium S is going to be crucial in CM12. This is because we have a very competitive meta where a lot of Umas can be viable and hit a lot of different accelerations. This means that the gap between 1st and 2nd place might be very narrow, in which case medium S could be the difference maker between winning and losing the race. For the decks, there's 2 main decks that I have seen run. The 2-2-2 deck I think is a little bit easier to hit those stat thresholds, but you might need to run a couple extra careers if your wit cards are not where they're supposed to be. Here are all of the cards that I think are usable for the CM. I have them categorized by speed, wit, and power. These cards all bring different advantages, and I have listed their race bonus here so that you can try to put together a deck that will hopefully be at least 50 race bonus, if not more. In terms of team comps, basically anything will work, but Christmas Oguri and Dominators are very, very meta. So the Exodia comp, which is the Christmas Oguri and Double Dominator comp, is going to be the easiest and most meta comp to build. Because so many accelerations are viable on this track, you can pretty much run anything. However, do keep in mind that Dominators are very strong, and a lot of Oguri comps will be running Dominators, which means that in order to counteract it, running some Dominators of your own might be a good idea. Here I have a couple examples of Umas that I and my friend have built. The first is a Saiyan Sky Frontrunner, the second is a Ballroom Fuji Kiseki Pace Chaser, and the third is a Grass Wonder Hybrid Dominator. And now, of course, this is the Christmas Oguri that I built. Christmas Oguri is very easy to build due to her growths, aptitudes, and the little inheritance that she actually needs. It's going to be a pretty competitive CM, especially if you don't have Christmas Oguri yourself. Being able to do a build that can beat her will be a little bit challenging. And that's the end of my CM12 Pocket Guide. I hope that it helped. If you want some more information, I suggest checking out my longer form guide, which I did post several weeks ago and is linked here in the description. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.